What's good in the hood, YouTube? This is Crazy Samurai 71 here, bringing you another video. Today, I just found out that we know our Blue Ranger. A day after our Black Ranger, we already know our Blue Ranger. So now we know 4 members. So what's his name, you may wonder? His name is RJ Cyler. This guy, he's done a handful of things. He's done a little bit more than Dacre Montgomery, but less than Ludi Lin, who I talked about yesterday, in fact. So I just found out about him. So he's been in a short film called Second Chances, which came out in 2013, and that was like around the start of his career. So he's been doing this a little bit more recently. Then there is the movie, I'm guessing, Me and Earl and the Dying Girl, which he's been in. And then there was Vice Principal, which was a TV series, and he was in 4 episodes of it. And for some reason, if you go to Wikipedia, it will say that the movie's coming out in 2016. Obviously, the site is not updated, so don't think that it's accurate if you see that. Now, if you're curious about what his real name is, RJ Cyler's real name is Ronald Cyler, actually. I guess it's just a nickname that he was given by stage, apparently. And he's actually Ronald Cyler the second, and he's pretty young. Now you may be wondering, what else is there to say about him? Well, not a whole lot else I can really tell you about him, but he is on Wikipedia, which is something that Ludi Lin I could not really find anything for. Same with Dacre Montgomery. So these actors are a little bit more unknown, to say the least, but perfectly fine. And he is an American actor, so I know that much. He is American. Now, obviously, one thing I haven't mentioned is the fact that he is black. So it makes sense that they were going to have an Asian and a Black Ranger. I was expecting them to possibly make the yellow black, but I guess they're not going the way of the second season, so they're being a little bit more original with this adaptation. So yeah, it's plain out original. So it's not what people might like. My personal thought was that they were going to go the route of what do you call it? The second season of Mighty Morphin, but clearly, since they're using a black actor to play Billy, the Blue Ranger, it's clearly not going to be that way. They could make the Yellow Ranger like Milano or something like that, and that would make it a little bit more so that way. But I still would say that it's iffy. So obviously this is great. We now know 4 characters. I keep on saying that I was expecting it to be 2 weeks. And I said yesterday with the Black Ranger that I said, judging by the fact that it only took 2 days, that for all we know, it could be a month, it could be 2 weeks, or it could be a few days. Turns out it was a day. Not even, practically. Probably less than a day now that I think about it. A certain number of hours even. So clearly this is huge news. Came about really fast. And this makes me feel like it's likely that we'll know our Yellow Ranger pretty soon. I mean, it could be tomorrow. It could be the next few hours. It could be a day. It could be 2 days. It could be a week. It could be 2 weeks. I don't know right now. Judging by the fact that we're getting these so quickly, I'm not expecting it to take any more than within the next week. Could be another day. Could be the same thing as this. Could be a few hours. Don't know yet, but I'm guessing what their goal here is basically to get all the actors confirmed at an early date, so that everyone's aware of the main cast at least. It would be nice if they also reveal villains, or like Zordon and Alpha. Don't necessarily expect it though. So, and personally, it would be nice, but I don't know yet. I believe I also forgot to mention that Zachary Montgomery, I believe he's like Australian or something like that, which is interesting. It seems like they've been getting a lot of these multicultural groups. Like Naomi Scott was from the UK. I guess he was from Australia or something like that. I heard something about that. Or was it Austria? I don't know. I believe it was Australia for Zachary Montgomery. Louis Lin, I think he was like Japanese or something like that. And then we have RJ, who is American. So it seems like we're getting a very, very culturally diverse group of Rangers. Though most of them are very unknown, and the most significant one being Naomi Scott, it definitely seems that these are culturally diverse Rangers, which is pretty nice, and I actually do admire that, because it does show that they're trying to put that out there, and it's interesting, their choices and all that. And obviously so far I don't believe RJ Cyler was even mentioned as one of the actors that was being considered originally, so obviously 3 of our Rangers have been ones that no one knew about till they were released, and Naomi Scott was the only one that we actually had some information about, and every other one has been ones that weren't even mentioned as considered actors. And I think that's probably because they wanted to hype up the ones that were a lot more well known. Even if they were just a little bit more known, they wanted to hype up the ones that were just, even if they were like a small bit more known, they wanted to hype up those actors, because people probably would have paid a lot more attention to them if they did that, compared to if they put in these smaller actors, which does make a lot of sense. Because though it's not a bad thing, it's just that they're trying to hype up things, and I get that. So clearly this cast is looking interesting. So far it seems that Dr. Montgomery, and I know that some people might think I'm hating on him, but I'm just saying that he does seem to have the least experience out of anyone. So it seems like Dr. Montgomery's the least experienced. Then it seems like RJ Cyler's probably the second least, but something about him makes me feel like he actually has some prior experience, even though he's done things a lot more recently. But yeah, so he's the second least. Then it's Ludi Lin, and then it's Naomi Scott, and we'll see what happens with the Yellow Ranger. I personally am interested in seeing that, knowing that we already have 4. It's more likely than not they're going to release our Yellow Ranger very, very soon, if not in the next day as well, just because of the fact that if you have 4, why not get the 5th one and release it soon? Personally, I have no idea as to anything. Like I basically had a pretty clear idea as to how they were going to release these. Like, I personally had a feeling that it would be, pink, then probably red, then probably black, and I even said this yesterday. I was expecting blue to be next. I was right. Obviously now yellow's next. So I've had a pretty good sense of who they're gonna release, in what order they would do it, based on the fact that based on the moment I knew pink, I knew the order, just because I could figure it out in my mind what would make the most sense. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what we find out about the villains and like Zordon and Alpha and any other characters. I'm also curious if they're going to release some other information soon, just because if they release all the actors soon, then there's probably going to be all that questioning about like other information related to them, processes, all that other stuff, and just it's going to be really hyped up and exciting. So anyway, guys, please remember to like, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys in the next video, which would be something else, might be this, might be Power Rangers, might be the Yellow Ranger. So we will see, and I will see you, and that's about it from me. So check out all the other videos that I've done on all the other actors that I've been revealing and all the other movie stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. So bye guys.